All right, I want to talk about where things are leading to. I think if the division does not hold up, meaning the division between the good guys, the bad guys, you know how this movie goes, according to scripture. If there is a unity, there's false peace. Because it's written in the scriptures that there needs to be division in this movie, all right? But if there is a coming of oneness, meaning everybody joins in this false utopia that seems to be looming, then you got to watch out for the New World Order, the one world religion, okay? Samael said it in one of the videos I uploaded like about a year or two ago. He said that his agenda is to strip the world of religious beliefs, as he says with his English accent. Sorry, I know it's a poor mimic of how he speaks. Anyways, I'm actually a fan of English accents. I like them. But, that's just me. He figured that if I'm mimicking or mocking him, that I'm not a fan of him. But actually, I like to mimic and mock whatever I do like. So I guess there's a duality in that. It's not. I don't just do it to mock others. I actually like. I repeat the stuff that I like, that I hear others say or express. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So he said that there's a oneness that he's trying to accomplish, one world religion. Okay, and I feel it. I sense it. They have an agenda. I think they're trying to. Some of these entities want to save their tails. I think they are intelligent enough to do that. The problem is those outside of the force that is driving all this. If you don't guard yourself, you can get sucked into this deception, okay? So you got to be strong in your mind and understand what's taking place. If they could save their tail, they will. It's not easy, it's complicated, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they can't. I don't know. They're trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Some of these entities that are trying to see if they could get out of whatever sentence they got over them. Anyways, so yeah, this one world religion, he said that's what they're aiming for, the dark side. Scriptures are clear, man, that, hey, you need to stick to the true faith. And it's bigger than just the faith that you read about in the Bible, the Quran, the other religions. Yes, there is a oneness in all of that. I do see it. I was reading the opening of the Quran. It had a nice prayer there. But instead, I kind of read it and changed some of the words. Like when I read Allah, I just used the Most High or the Prime Creator in the prayer. You see, I changed things. I'm like, this is neat. It could read just like something I would read in the Bible, but just switch some words around because words are deceptive. We know they got a lot of false names for these entities that seek to be worshipped, such as Samael and other idiots, or trannies, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, yeah, so there is a oneness, okay? It's just about, right and wrong, knowing right from wrong. And these darksiders, I think they lean more on the wrong side of things than the right side of things. So no matter what Samael and his other demons, Sus, or whatever these other deceptive entities, mom, his pops, whatever they're trying to accomplish, it's not going to work as long as you keep this in mind. Here's the key. Here's no tricks, just tips. Like the strategy guide for video games, tips and tricks. No tricks, just tips. Here's the key. Just keep this in mind. If there is a one world religion, you got to see what this one world religion is about. So you understand, the more you know, the more you could guard against it. So if they come together, this and that, or whatever, right? This false peace and utopia. Scripture says that the wicked one will come in and try to destroy many through peace and safety. When they say peace and safety, sudden destruction comes upon them. So you need to understand this. All right? They're going for broke, basically. And yeah, understand that these entities might portray to behave themselves good, but unless you're there seeing how they behave and stuff like that, then you cannot take what they say for granted. You cannot believe them. And even then, as they seek to pull you into this one world religion, you got to understand the prophecies. You see, the key is to understand that prophecy indicates that there is some type of deception that's going to take place in these end times. I don't know if the other religions have this in their literature, but I do see some of the prophets in the Bible being played out. I sense them. I feel them in the spirit. So it's just about knowing prophecy. That's the key. You need to know. The more you know is understanding, comprehending, overstanding. The more you know, the better. Because the more you know, then you can't be deceived by what they're trying to pull. If you know who's who, what's what, even prophecy, you know where things are leading to. And you could get a little close to the fire, as they say, but you don't have to go right in it, you see, if you don't have to. And you know when to step back and say, I see what you guys are trying to do. You know, I just stand on the outside looking a little bit, see what their agenda is. And he said it. He basically gave us a heads up. He's like, look, my grand agenda is to strip the world of religious beliefs. Maybe that'll help him, you know, exit his death sentence or whatever, save his parents or whatever is going on. Okay, that's commendable, admirable. But you as an individual, you need to guard yourself against this, all right? Understand that it's the information that you know that will help you or keep you, protect you, if you remain on earth to witness all of this take place, all right? So, yeah, you need to know who's who, what's what. You need to be developing spiritually. That's why I cannot stress this enough. You need to be developing spiritually. Get into Bible prophecy. Get into these other extra biblical canonical sources. Get into mythology. Everything that I'm telling you. You know, start cultivating your body on a spiritual level. Meaning, you gotta watch your diet. You gotta start letting go of, like, I don't know, certain greasy food, meats. You really need to be sharp in these end times. Your mind needs to be, okay? Because if not, you're gonna be deceived. You can't be having like a slothful mind and, you know, somewhat mellow spirit that's, you know, it's not hot or cold, kind of in between or up and down. Because the deception that is coming is from forces that have a lot of power for now. And they're the ones conducting this whole experiment. So, yeah, if you don't know what's what, if you're being distracted by the world, then you're not going to understand things on a deeper level. So, yeah, this one world religion, one world order, it's like a false utopia, basically. They're trying to counterfeit the millennial, right? The millennial reign. Basically, that's what they want to do. Either they're trying to save themselves or take down as many as they can with them. And, well, he told us straight up, you know. And he figured, oh, these dummies are going to forget about it anyways because they got shot memory. But through the Spirit, you know, we're reminded of what's taking place. And I do make note of that, but I may seem like, whatever, you know. I'll find out myself. I don't need you to tell me anything, you know. But he does tell us, so I'm like, all right. But I'll keep it in mind, but I don't make a big deal about it. Like, oh, let me go make a video right away. 2 years later, I'm making a video about it. But I'll get to it when I get to it. Basically, that's my attitude. And yeah, brothers are like, man, you moving as slow as I don't know what. But yeah, I understand. I take everything into consideration, even though it might seem like I'm not listening, I'm ignoring people. I'm not. I'm listening. I'm like, okay, I'll keep this in my mind. It's a memo note, future reference. And yeah, they want to unite everybody under one banner. They're trying to say, let's get along and all that. But if you don't understand that, like I said, prophecy and knowing who's who and what's what, then you're gonna be deceived. Okay, you're really gonna have to get into these lessons and study mythology and history. I mean, it takes years. All right, you're not gonna just jump into it unless the spirit quickens you. The spirit could help you a lot. You could learn a lot in just a short amount of time, and that's fine. I wouldn't knock anybody that's just jumping into the truth and just figures out everything I know in like less than a year or so. That's good. I'm all about helping others. Anyways, spiritually, for now. Maybe in the future I can help them with matter and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah. The thing is, you gotta know right from wrong too. All right. What is right and what is wrong, and the way to do that is by having a concept of morals and understanding the matrix, understanding that religion itself is not a bad thing, even though religion has been corrupted by these same overseeing entities. Okay? And that's the grand stage in these end times. Kind of like what happened in the days of Noah, I think. That false utopia. They're trying to do the same thing again. And they have different plans in case things don't go their way. So, yeah. I think some of these people will exit out at some point. We will be taken into places of safety. I don't see how this is going to end up good, honestly. The only people that are going to be deceived are those that didn't realize that religion has more to offer than what they originally thought. Most people are just religious, meaning they practice ordinances, customary practices, going to church, stuff like that, reading a couple of psalms and prayers, or reading a couple passages in the scripture, just so they can have something to talk about every weekend. They don't look at the scriptures or religion as, look, man, there's information to extract from these things. Look at the scriptures from a historical point of view. Things get more interesting. Who's who? Where are these people now? And look at the controversial stories of the scriptures. Like, why are things like this? Well, why is there so much fighting? Who's who? What's going on? Why is there so much controversy in the Old Testament? In the New Testament is more mellow and laid back. So until you think like that, you're not going to get what you need out of the scriptures, religion, no matter what religion it is. I believe all religions have some truth in it, with a lot of lies and deceptions. So if you could take all the best parts of all those religions into oneness, I think you're prime and ready. But at the same time, they want to use the leaven that they put in the literature of all these religions, all the teachings of all these religions, all the poison that they inserted amongst the truth. And they want to, again, bring all these together into a oneness. But this is a counterfeit oneness, okay? These entities are using it to try to help themselves. And if things don't go right, then who knows what they'll pull. I mentioned they got a few agendas in store if things don't go their way. But they're just so corrupt, I think, that they don't understand that they're going about this the wrong way. Or maybe that's just the role they've been assigned to play. Maybe that's just who they are. But these entities have an uneven balance, that the wickedness is getting things to be so heavy that the balance of righteousness is so high up, and theirs is, meaning their sins are weighing them down. Okay, they represent the dark side, so you got to balance. Okay, the dark side is heavier, meaning there's more crap to deal with there. The light side is what? Light. That's why it's up in the air. So, they need to unload some of those evils off their side of the scale, so they could even the balance, or just carry on as they are if they can't, if it's too much for them to do because of pride issues, or I don't know, maybe, like I said, that's just a paper that they're playing in these end times. Then hey, I don't know what to tell them. I don't got anything against that. I'm just letting the show roll. I'm just telling you what to look out for. Okay? This one world religion. All religions, I believe, have some good stuff in their literature and their teachings. And I believe they have also a lot of lies, poison, and deceptions. They had plenty of time to work all this out, okay? So if you remain here on earth to see everything take place or whatever happens, yeah, you just gotta watch out for this false utopia, okay? And know who to associate with and who not to associate with. Not everybody that just behaves nice is nice, okay? That's why I say read the books. It'll tell you who's who, what their tendencies are. And so if you do come across some of these individuals, or if you're, out here, you know what you're dealing with as far as some of these unseen forces go. You know how to maneuver around them. And you know that you can't just, be so welcoming to anybody you run into, or even amongst your own peeps. Yeah, so the agenda is to get a one world religion, like in the days of Noah, utopia. If things go sour, who knows what happens. I don't see how they could get away with it, though. They tried it once in the days of Noah. Now it's even worse because you got other entities rolling the dice. Higher entities that were good before, now they become bad. Some of us were bad back then, now we're good. The thing is, I keep telling them, look, the only way this is going to work out is for you to come to some type of agreement, something, I don't know, that they're going to make that balance work out in the best interest of everyone without any deceit or anything like that. I don't even know if it can or cannot. The scriptures are true, though, and I don't think things are going to work out. I think that's just the way the movie goes, all right? I think it's supposed to end in fire and stuff like that, because this realm, I think, needs to be cleaned up and whatnot, all right? And yeah, that's the way it goes. I guess it's part of the script. So coming together, I guess, is useless. I guess the coming together would be of those that can be deceived and tricked, or maybe those are the ones that won't make it back up. I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. But I would just stay away from it. I mean, I wouldn't get involved with any unity and stuff like that, because they're going to be welcoming all the lowlifes too. You got to think about it like this too. Understand that a lot of these individuals that will unite to this utopia or whatever, this one world religion, if it takes place, I don't know if it is. I sense it can, or probably can't. I don't know. It depends. Like, things are up in the air. You'll have idiots that haven't been reformed. They're not spiritually evolved. Okay, they're still carrying a lot of perversion within them. And they're going to be welcoming these individuals. And see, that's your clue. You're like, if this organization, this false religion, one world religion that they're trying to aim for is welcoming even low lives, even though they're successful in society, they're welcoming any type of non-spiritual individual. Might be a spiritual thing too that they're trying to pull, but they're not really practicing a life of obedience to the commandments of the Most High. It's a lawless type of thing. They're still going to be part of the world, fornicating, sinning, and keeping pagan holidays, worshiping who knows what, doing who knows what who knows where. Yeah, so it's like a false coming together of people, because somebody that's trying to live a clean life, they're going to be smart enough to check, well, why these individuals why is this person that I know want to join up in this? Why is he even allowed in something this great? If this individual here is not as clean as he can be, because I know him personally. So that's probably what one of these individuals will be thinking, one of these righteous ones. So he's like, I'm not going to go join that. I'm trying to avoid cliques and cults and religions like that. They just welcome any type of individual that just hasn't changed. You know, religion is so you could go in there and you could come out better. If you go in there, you leave, you're still the same, you keep going in and out of the church building, as they say, and you're still the same person, then something's wrong, you know? And even then, at some point, you got to realize you need to leave the church building, you know, after spending so many years, unless you're, like, helping out and stuff like that. But even then, you got to know when to, okay, look, I'm through with the church. We are the church, if you're smart enough to know New Testament. The building might be just to maybe help. If you can't help other souls, then just leave it alone. If you go do charity and work there, that's fine. But, you know, understand you're just in the church, but you're not part of the church system. So why would I try to join this one world religion if it's just going to be another one big religion where either individuals are going to be duped, they're going to lose their soul, or I don't know what the agenda is. It's just going to go in there, and some of them, I guess, it'll be like basically the same thing as just the other religions. You go in there, what are they teaching you? What are they promoting? Either individuals are going to join that one world religion, come out better, or just end up being destroyed, or just, you know, some of them come out better, maybe some of them don't. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if some of us remain here to see it. If not, oh well, that's fine. But me personally, I would abstain from it. I would have nothing to do with it, just based on what I know. Bible prophecy tells me that, yeah, it's just to destroy souls. That's what it says. So I'd rather play it safe than sorry. I'm not gonna go, oh yeah, hey Samuel, can I join your one world religion? Oh sure, go. There you go, got your soul. Nah, I could watch from a safe distance and see what you know, what's going on over there. So it is what it is. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. If their agenda is so they could save their behinds, hey, I hope it works out for them. But if it's just so they could reap souls and see who's stupid enough to follow them so they could take down with them, then I hope that it doesn't work out as well as they hope it will turn out. Okay, so anyways, with that being said, just stay vigilant, understand prophecy, get into these books, man. I'm telling you, know who's who and what's what. I cannot stress that enough. Start behaving yourself, cultivate morality, spirituality, watch your diet, you know, go vegetarian, go vegan. Just, these are the times to become the very best version of yourself, inwardly if not outwardly, okay? And remember, the key too in these end times is, if the religion is promoting lawlessness, meaning not keeping the commandments, meaning just do whatever you want, there's no sense of right and wrong or sin, what's sinful, what's not, what's extreme, what's not, then leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. And even if they use some of those concepts, just be on the safe side and understand that deception comes first before salvation, or some would say before destruction. So you're going to be dealing with deception first, right? So the bad guys come in first. They go on with their agenda first. They get, okay, you guys come first. The good guys come in last to, you know, rescue some of us, or whatever the case they're trying to do. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Till next time. Peace.